This lineup is brought to you by IT&E, Life in Motion.
The stations of KUAM, proud sponsor of the 12th Festival of Pacific Arts, Guam 2016. What we own, what we have, what we share, united voice of the Pacific.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia for over 75 years. Matson Navigation, proud sponsor of Festback 2016. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar, and Chuck E. Cheese's Guam, where all games are just one token.
Your Department of Education is stepping up security following a rash of more bomb threats.
Owners of GMT appear in federal court facing fraud charges.
And we've also got some good news tonight, as your power bill will be taking a plunge. Hapade Guam, and good evening everyone throughout the world. If you're watching us live on our YouTube stream, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. And after an exponential increase in bomb threats in the last 2 days alone, the Guam Department of Education is putting everything on the table to address the issue. Isa Baza joins us in studio, and she's got much more on this issue.
Bree and Jason, the number of bomb threats has grown to more than 20 in the past 2 weeks. This has prompted DOE leadership to consider doing something it's never done before by calling in the expert advice of the Mariana Regional Fusion Center.
This collaboration has been born out of the issue of the bomb threats. And we're concerned about each time there's a threat, the level of response that's required of our public safety officials. And we know that it's a drain on the resources. It's also a problem with the amount of lost instructional time from the school's perspective.
In response, the Fusion Center is working directly with DOE to create a risk assessment matrix so that DOE can independently assess the level of risk before calling in first responders. Fusion Center Deputy Director Colonel Joseph Leon Guerrero said the center is leveraging its training in risk analysis.
Bring that forth, gathering other data to include the FBI's data, as well as with Department of Homeland Security, and kind of utilize that, bring it to the table, brainstorm with possible matrix and or rubrics, as the superintendent, assistant superintendent had mentioned.
Both parties will present the proposal to the Guam Fire Department, Guam Police Department, and Guam Homeland Security this Thursday.
Aside from that, the Department of Education has been working with school principals to proactively work with their teachers and their students.
DOE issued a guidance to school administrators regarding bomb threats earlier today, calling for heightened security measures at all Guam schools. These include daily sweeps by school officials and a cancellation of all school activities at affected schools, among many others. DOE is also promoting its School Crime Stoppers program to encourage students to come forward if they have any information on the recent threats. DOE Deputy Superintendent Chris Anderson.
Aside from what the schools are doing, of course, we're asking for the community and for our parents really to work with their children as well, and to make sure that the students are doing what they're supposed to do and being responsible.
Anderson says DOE is doing everything it can, and he wants students to fully understand the consequences of these reported threats. Ramifications could include suspension, expulsion, or felony charges for terroristic conduct. Bree and Jason, back to you.
We saw that story. Meanwhile, Superintendent John Fernandez, who is not on the island at the moment, did issue a statement this morning saying, and I quote, "It's disappointing to see these pranks taking place at our schools. I'm counting on student leaders to help find a way to put an end to this. And the message that Simon Sanchez's students put out is a start." He's, of course, referring to that student video that's on YouTube we featured last night. He goes on to say, "Every hour we evacuate students is an hour of teaching and learning that is lost. We need to end this, and we are looking at all options. However, students must be part of the solution." That again, John Fernandez.
And if you have any information about these bomb threats, once again, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at numbers 477-4357. Well, he may have told police it was only a joke, but 18-year-old Roger Barcinella faces 2 counts of terroristic conduct as a third-degree felony and a special allegation of crimes against the community. According to the magistrate's complaint filed today, he's accused of writing a note saying he was going to bomb the boys' and girls' bathroom toilet at J.P. Torres Alternative School. Multiple students have been taken to the Department of Youth Affairs for making bomb threats to schools.
Well, and since we live in an era that is driven by the impacts of social media, there's also at least one account on Twitter that appears to be a troll or a bot that is attempting to capitalize on the controversy with bomb threats against local schools, but largely just being a nuisance. In no shortage of profanity or racial epithets, the account makes and claims responsibility for the bomb threats to Inarahan Middle School. And the profile is not attacking only Guam, but several similar threats to northeastern states, as well as Montana and California. The account's been passed on to local authorities for their analysis. But again, remember the #1 rule on the internet, kids: do not feed the trolls.
Already.
Well, another island news headline tonight. Already a pair of managers have pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud, but now their bosses and an executive assistant will have to answer to the charges. Crystal Paco's got more downtown from the district court.
Guam Medical Transport president and co-owner Clifford Shoemake, his son and executive assistant Nicholas Shoemake, and co-owner and vice president Kimberly Connor appeared in court today. For 4 years, court documents state they conspired with Guam Medical Transport general manager Jared Atta and billing manager Trevor Cruz to defraud Medicare and TRICARE out of nearly $11 million. The Shoemakes and Connor allegedly used the proceeds to take vacations in Hawaii, Europe, Australia, and Alaska, as well as to buy homes and make utility payments. Already, Atta and Cruz have pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud. On Tuesday, the Shoemakes and Connor were appointed their attorneys. Attorney Shane Black was appointed to Clifford Shoemake, Jay Areola for Connor, and Louis Yanza to Nicholas Shoemake. Areola was relieved of representing Connor due to conflicts, and William Gavris was appointed in his place. The 3 defendants were released on conditions, but not before the U.S. Attorney's Office could comment on Shoemake's lack of cooperation. According to Assistant U.S. Attorney Mohammed Khatib, it took several attempts for agents to serve Clifford Shoemake his summons to appear in court. In response, Shoemake's attorney noted that Shoemake was completing duties with his ministry at New Covenant Life Church, where he is the head pastor at the time he was being served. Clifford Shoemake and Connor have also been banned from making contact with one another. Connor's release conditions also allow him to travel to and from Saipan, where he lives. Today's hearing was continued to February 3rd, where all 3 defendants are anticipated to answer to the charges. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
The Department of Public Works is conducting an investigation after a fender bender involving 2 school buses. The incident occurred around 2:30 this afternoon in Jigo. According to Department of Public Works Director Glenn Leon Guerrero, one of the bus drivers was pulling out onto Marine Corps Drive when he bumped into another bus that was trying to avoid an emergency vehicle that was approaching. Guam Fire Department spokesperson Kevin Riley confirmed students that were on board were not injured. Leon Guerrero, meanwhile, says it's standard operating procedure that the bus drivers are drug tested.
Elsewhere on island, the Immaculate Heart of Mary Catholic Church in the central village of Totu has issued a statement following assault on Father Mike Chrysostomos Sunday night. According to Parish Council member John Titano, quote, "The church is concerned. We're a house of worship. The priority of security now has come to the forefront, and we're going back to make sure that we do focus on security not only for our pastor, but for our parishioners who use it on a daily basis," end quote. Now, Pali Mike, who is a beloved local priest, was not in his garb at the time that he was assaulted. Titano adds that he is doing well aside from bruising to his cheek. As we told you last night, 20-year-old Ribwal Etaro was charged with assault, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness. On Sunday, Etaro allegedly punched the priest in the face while he was on church grounds.
Scheduled to appear in court tomorrow, University of Guam psychology professor Michael Ellert. He will answer to criminal sexual conduct charges. Ellert was placed on administrative leave after 2 students alleged he sexually assaulted them at an off-campus event back in October 2014. Ellert has been teaching at EOG for a decade. He's set to appear in court at 8:30 in the morning.
Well, should footage from a body camera worn by a responding police officer be suppressed in the upcoming Mark Torrey Jr. trial? That specific topic is up for debate on Wednesday as Tory Jr. is accused in the fatal shooting of fellow Guam Police Department officer Bert Piolo. Piolo phoned at 911 for help and implicated Tory was with him at the time of the shooting. An officer responding to the scene was wearing a body camera, which the defense argues cannot be used in the February trial because Tory was not advised of his Miranda rights prior to questioning. The defense does note that GPD has no rules or regulations on the use of body cameras. On a national scale, last year, the Obama administration rolled out an initiative to assess the effectiveness of having officers wear body cams that may record their interactions with the public. The demand for body cameras nationally followed the series of controversial police killings in the mainland. Tory's hearing gets underway at 9 a.m. downtown at the Superior Court.
And with this being a very controversial topic that many have strong opinions about, we want to hear your thoughts on whether Guam police officers should be required to wear body cameras.
It is tonight's Pulse of the People poll, so head on over to our Twitter feed. That's at @GuamNews_KUAM. We've got the poll up right now. Should Guam Police Department officers be required to wear body cameras? That is the question. Let your voice be heard on Twitter. Head over there now. Cast your vote.
Stay tuned. We are back with a whole lot more after this time.
Stay connected to the world at home from everywhere you are. Get the KUAM News app for the latest in local news, videos, sports, streaming, Isla 63 AM, weather, and more. Available for free now at the iTunes App Store or Google Play.
Wow! You too can win in Calvo's Insurance Ride Your Dreams giveaway. If you are a Calvo's Insurance home or personal auto customer, you qualify to enter by texting LOYAL to 2015. And if you need an insurance quote, text quote to 2015 for a chance to win in our grocery giveaway. Thank you, Guam, for placing your trust in Calvo's. Insure with Calvo's today and ride your dreams to reality.
Ruby Tuesday now gives you more for lunch. Endless trips to the Fresh Garden Bar, plus add-ons, mini combinations, and even new meal options. It's the new lunchtime menu, available Monday to Friday until 2 p.m., only at Ruby Tuesday.
It's Triple J Auto Group's Drive Now and Pay Later event going on now. Buy the car of your dreams and make no payment for 90 days. Get in an all-new Honda, Acura, Ford, Mazda, Lincoln, Volvo, or Kia and pay nothing for 3 months on approved credit. Plus, we've got unbelievable savings in all remaining 2015s and many 2016s. Now's the time to buy during Triple J's Drive Now, Pay Later event. Visit us online at carsguam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Download our free app on Apple and Google stores. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Follow KUAM News on Twitter or become a fan on Facebook to get all your daily headlines from Guam's News Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to Primetime right here on KUAM, and you can expect a generous drop in your power bill starting next month. The PUC approved the Guam Power Authority's petition for a reduction in its Energy Adjustment Clause, commonly known as LEAC. Your spokesman, Art Perez, for the utility agency.
They reduced it about 9.2% on the overall bill. So on a residential power bill equating to about 1,000 kilowatt consumption, this is about almost a $20 decrease, more like $18.62 decrease on that. So that's welcome news to all ratepayers.
The adjusted rate is effective for all bills read on or after the 1st of February. Perez says the reduction is tied directly to the recent plunge in global oil prices. Perez says the LEAC rate hasn't been this low since the year 2005.
You've been seeing that drop go down to as low as 20 20 some dollars. And, you know, so for GPA, we purchase our fuel 90 days going out. And then, so the prices that we see now and then going forward, the adjustment was justified, and PUC commissioners recognize that. So they passed the petition.
GPA has said rates could have dropped even lower if not for a spike in unexpected costs from that August explosion at the Cabras 3 and 4 power plants.
Following the abrupt resignation of 3 Guam Memorial Hospital Board of Trustee members that left the board without a quorum last December, the governor's office confirms that packets for 3 new nominees have been submitted to the legislature for review. These nominees include Melissa Weibel, Lillian Posadas, and Eloy Lezama. Meanwhile, Governor Calvo continues to work to find additional nominees to fill the remaining seats on the board. Late payments have become a chronic issue from the Guam Memorial Hospital to the Government of Guam Retirement Fund. Director Paula Bloss.
Been in contact with them on a daily basis, and it's based on cash for them. So what they have been trying to do is keep current, at least with the deductions for the individual DC participants, 457 options. Right now, they're currently at a little over 2.9 million, so close to 3. The board meets this coming Friday, so that particular issue would also be up for discussion.
With nearly $3 million owed, Bloss said taking GMH to court could be an option, but the decision ultimately lies with the board. She added 4 people have expressed interest in retirement benefits, but their applications will not be accepted until all $3 million in debt is paid.
Well, a new study conducted by National Geographic may use genetics to unlock mysteries of the history of the Chamorro people. Here's more.
I think people, want to know about the continuity of the Chamorro people.
According to UOG President Dr. Robert Underwood, questions regarding the genetic history of the Chamorro people could be answered following a visit from National Geographic Genographic Project Science Manager Dr. Miguel Villar. He'll be speaking at the university Tuesday as part of UOG's presidential lecture series.
And he's going to reveal, I believe, some very interesting and certainly new information about the origins of the Chamorro people in terms of their continuity. So, you know, one of the issues that's always live amongst some people is the notion of, you know, what is the entire genetic composition of an ethnic group, and how far does it go back? And so he's going to share his studies based upon taking DNA samples from modern day Chamorros.
Dr. Villar's study is a biparental genetic analysis. He titled it one of the most important lectures in the series. For tonight, the Offices of Homeland Security and Civil Defense hosted a residential coastal construction training session, which focused on the minimization of damage from natural disasters.
Today's training is about understanding the proper siting requirements for coastal housing, understanding the hazards and risks that are associated, particularly here in Guam, with coastal erosion, waves, potential effects of tsunamis, and just how to properly design and construct the buildings to be able to withstand those forces.
One of our biggest priorities is always life safety. So we want to put up buildings that improve the appearance and the function of the community. But you know, at the end of the day, the biggest obligation we have is to put up structures and facilities that will keep people safe.
This is the first in a series of training sessions that will be hosted by Civil Defense and FEMA throughout the year 2016.
And here is Regional Headlines with KSPN 2 News.
Half a day, I'm Tori Youngblood. This is what's making news in the Marianas. Commonwealth Utilities Corporation board members by majority vote reject a motion to accept a model for rate consultants to use to calculate and look into possibly restructuring the utility rate for the Commonwealth. Despite the majority 4 no votes, KSPN learned the hired economic consultants will continue to refine the numbers. After a lengthy discussion with Economist.com's consultants, co-founder and managing director Robert Young and CEO managing director Dan Jackson, board member Dave Sablon made a motion to direct management to concentrate on analysis of a rate restructure. Sablon was met with criticism from board member Eric San Nicolas, who said the motion was unnecessary until the official financial statements are in by March. San Nicolas, along with other board members, said they were concerned a potential rate and discussion of 12.9 cents per kilowatt hour would become final if the motion was approved. Jackson made clear the numbers are only ballpark estimates, not final.
These numbers are preliminary and they're still illustrative for illustrative purposes. If you as a board agree to let us move forward, what would happen is, first of all, we can't do anything until we get the financial statements. When the financial statements are produced, we can provide final recommendations to the board for you to act on and approve or not approve.
Drug use, bullying, health, and teen pregnancy are issues that affect teenagers in the CNMI, according to the Youth Empowerment Alliance for Health, or YEA. The Alliance says it is dedicated to solving some of these problems in the community.
I think it's all about making the youth aware that, you know, there are solutions to these problems and they have somewhere to go to. So, you know, such as teenage pregnancy, you know, how maybe they're probably scared of getting a condom or whatnot. There's places.
Chelsea Yangirafil is the social secretary for the Alliance. She says teen pregnancy rates may be high in the CNMI because of lack of education and parental involvement.
It's more of a cultural problem. You know, sometimes a child can't talk to their parents about it because there's that barrier. Like for some parents, you can't talk about it. It's taboo. You know, so, you know, you can't really, there's no communication between the parent and the child. I think that's one of the big factors here.
And yeah, co-chairwoman Gemma Somel explains talking to parents can be awkward, but the topic of sex doesn't have to be off limits.
To talk about it is really embarrassing. And yeah, it is against their religion. But I think parents like now, my parents, because of me, and they know all about how sex is even talked about, they start to realize it's not so taboo. And so they start talking about it with us all the time.
The Alliance hopes to do more community outreach projects in the future.
And for more news, log on to kspn2.com.
All right, some very positive and inspiring news as the winner is... Congratulations to firefighter Ron Ruiz Jr., who is heading to the Super Bowl in San Francisco. Technically, that's Santa Clara. Ruiz is the winner of the Nissan Super Giveaway, and aside from winning 2 round-trip tickets to Super Bowl 50 on February 7th, of which we are extremely jealous but proud, he also gets round-trip game day transfers to Levi's Stadium, 4 night hotel accommodations, and free admissions to the Players Super Bowl tailgate party feast prepared by the one and only Guy Fieri from Food Network. That's money! Diners, drivers, and dives. Woo! Congratulations once again to firefighter Ron Ruiz. He's a good guy.
Yes, he certainly is.
He is going to have a fantastic time, and he's going to eat very well. He's going to enjoy the game.
Have fun, Ron.
Congratulations once again.
Well, stay tuned. Sports is coming up next.
Sunday barbecues are better when there's more than enough bandwidth to share. Sign up for GTA Fiber to the neighborhood today and enjoy faster internet on more devices. GTA, your island, your faster fiber network.
New year, new ride. It's Cars Plus New Year's sales event. For a limited time only, make no payments for 90 days. That's right, no payment for 90 days. The spacious award-winning Hyundai Santa Fe saved $4,000. The redesigned Hyundai Tucson saved $4,000. The luxurious Genesis by Hyundai saved $7,500. Now's the time to buy from Cars Plus during our New Year's sales event. And if we mention no payment for 90 days, get to Cars Plus and Mighty today before your favorite Hyundai is sold. Pre-apply at CarsPlusGuam.com. Cars Plus, driven by you.
While hundreds of homeless seek shelter every day, when memories fade like old photographs, and families struggle to care for loved ones with special needs, as young children are caught in the storm of abuse and neglect, we are there. For over 30 years, we have helped Guam's victims of life when there was nowhere else to turn. You can help too by giving $1 a month. God bless you.
Stones won't break a bone. We're in the car on a highway. It's a magical feeling that no one's got home. to your happiness, you know. This is your home, it's alive, it's pumping blood. And all my world is whistling. It's whistling.
What's that?
What? That? A hat? Do you like my hat?
No, that. They're towing our car.
We've gone so far.
What's going on?
We can't afford to have it fixed because it's out of warranty.
Stop making excuses. Trade in your car at Guam Auto Spot for a brand new Mitsubishi Lancer with a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty. Make us an offer. Fill in the blank. What's your payment?
What's up, Guam? I'm Dave Delgado. Welcome to KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. Tonight on the show, I have some AAG girls high school rugby from GW. I have some boys high school basketball, along with some bowling news for you. Check it out. We start the show off tonight with RFU IIAG high school rugby results in the girls varsity tackle division. Sanchez got the win over Guam High. Academy slipped past JFK. ND beat Southern. Ukadu got the win over Teason 17-0. GW was too much for Guam High. Southern blanked out Teason. ND earned the 24-0 win over Sanchez. Ukadu slipped past JFK. GW beat out Academy. ND shut out Guam High. Sanchez picked up another win over Teason 20-0. Southern got the win over JFK 26-0. Boys varsity tackle division, GW was too much for Guam High, winning 75-0. FD beat out Sanchez 12-0 winners over Teason, and JFK and Southern High played to a 5-5 tie. Turning over to boys high school basketball from the GW gym, the Geckos played host to the visiting Southern High Dolphins. Southern's Ortega with the basket off glass for 2 points. GW looking to go inside. Kyle Gayton almost loses the handle on the ball but stays with it and powers his way down low for a Gecko score. G-Dub on the break after forcing a turnover. Carlo DeLeon drives to the hoop and gets the tough shot in the lane to go for the bucket. DeLeon with the ball, looking to drive to the basket again. Tries to go up left-handed for the layup. Shot's no good, but teammate Kyle Gayton is there for the tip-in. The Geckos pick up the win, 64-58. In other games, St. John's beat Ukadu 55-51. FD got the win over ND 66-36. Sanchez barely got by Harvest 48-45. JFK defeated St. Paul 78-66, and Guam High earned the win over Teason High 64-40. In bowling news, RJ Santos and James Doyle etched their entry into the year-end grand finals via victories in their respective division. During the initial Budweiser King and Prince of the Lanes event of 2016, Santos defeated Jared Gutierrez in the final 230-205 in the King of the Lanes, while James Doyle won his first title of his career by trouncing second seed Amber St. Nicholas in the Prince division 226-167. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
This is iPhone 6s. Not much has changed, except it responds to the pressure of your finger, which changes how you read a text, read an email, read the news. Wait, you read the news?
Yep.
Of course you do. The camera shoots 4K video now, and selfies have changed. Now your screen is the flash. That's going to get like 1 million likes.
Thanks.
Actually, photos themselves have changed. They move now. So yeah, that's what's changed.
These used cars are Nissan certified, and let me show you why I stand behind every used car that we sell. First, our certified technicians inspect every used car to make sure it's safe, reliable, and mechanically sound. Then any scratches and dings are given first-class treatment at our body shop. And after thorough detailing inside and out, the car is ready for sale. At a price that's always below Blue Book. That makes Nissan used cars your best buy.
One of our main goals at Payless Supermarkets is to build a healthier, happier community. So in 2016, we want to introduce the redesigned Health Smart program. Meet our registered dietitian.
Half a day, I'm Rose.
She's here to assist you with nutritional education and simple ways to make healthier decisions while shopping. Together, we've created 7 health-related categories, and we'll be featuring products from each category every month. Look for these Health Smart labeled items on our shelves to help you find healthier choices for your dietary needs. You can also sign up for weekly store tours with Rose, where you can learn helpful nutritional information about Health Smart items. There will also be special deals after each tour or discounts from partnering gyms. Spaces are limited, so sign up at our service counters or at paylessmarkets.com. And if you're looking for some healthy ideas, visit us on Start Smart Mondays, where our Jackie Boots will be sampling delicious healthy products and recipes you can try at home. We hope to help you so that the healthy choice is also the easy choice for a healthier, happier you.
Your favorites will always be here. But this one won't last long.
Try the new Mushroom Swiss Quarter Pounder, now for a limited time. Get the meal for only $6.99.
All right, boys and girls, partly cloudy skies await you outside. Winds coming from the northeast at about 15 miles per hour. The temperature is 75. Wednesday through Friday, we've got mostly cloudy but breezy conditions with some isolated showers. Northeast winds blowing once again at a brisk pace. Afternoon temperatures of 87, lows around 75. There's also a high surf advisory.
Yes, there is. It's in effect for Guam, Roatán, and Saipan until 6 p.m. tomorrow. According to the National Weather Service, a long period northwest or north swell will cause hazardous surf on west and north-facing shores. Hazardous surf from 7 to 9 feet on west and north-facing shores could build to a range of 8 to 11 feet by early Wednesday. The hazardous surf will gradually subside by the weekend. Residents are advised to stay out of the water.
Well, it is never a bad time to welcome new members into the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. So here are tonight's latest inductees. Happy 9th birthday goes out to Caden Francisco. Happy birthday, Caden.
Happy first birthday to Richard James Paulino from Mommy and Daddy. We love you so much.
Also, happy birthday to Kai Avea Sablan Roberto. This is coming from the Macshot Mangafa.
Happy birthday going out to Ryan Anthony Tyron.
Happy birthday to Charles Estevez, a good friend of ours. Happy birthday coming from your daughters, family, and friends. He's a good guy.
Happy birthday going out to Ten Maria R. Camacho, Familian Aragon. Happy 95th birthday and many, many more to come from your son, John, and your daughter-in-law, Lisa Camacho. We all love you, Mom, from the Camacho clan, from the village of Dedido.
All right. The very best birthday wishes are going out to tonight to Nevea Gianni Doherty. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Joe John Camacho from Liana and family.
Joe John is an amazing athlete. I've seen him play many, many times. Everybody, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Just register online at KUAM.com. And stay tuned if you're watching us on KUAM TV or you're streaming us live on YouTube. Isa Baz is next. Healthy Living begins 5 seconds from now.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
And welcome to the Healthy Living edition of KUAM News Extra. I'm Isa Baza. So glad you could join us. Coming up in tonight's show, we speak with the Comprehensive Cancer Coalition regarding a new documentary called The Hope Project. Then we get all the latest details on the upcoming Guam International Marathon. But first, here's this week's Health Check Report with Joan Uggan-Charfaris.
Health Check is presented by
Island Cancer Center.
On Friday, January 22nd, the Guam Non-Communicable Disease Consortium held the first NCD collaboration meeting at the Lotte Hotel in Tumon. The two-day event saw leadership teams from the World Health Organization, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Pacific Islands Health Officers Association, and the Secretariat of the Pacific Community come together and discuss various topics relative to the upcoming World Health Day. The meeting started off with welcoming remarks and a brief presentation from Public Health Director James Gillen on health in all policies and transformational public health. It was then followed by various presentations and discussions from doctors and team leaders. The second day allowed for discussion on the Guam Comprehensive Cancer Control Coalition and was opened with remarks from Vice Chairperson Kavita Hemlani Ray. Consultant Dr. Annette David presented Guam cancer facts and figures from 2008 to 2012. Representatives present at the meeting were from America Samoa, the CNMI, Federated States of Micronesia, Marshall Islands, Palau, and Guam. This year's World Health Day's theme is centered around diabetes and will feature a panel discussion on strengthening NCD prevention efforts in the region. Now, for more information, or if you wish to get involved in some shape or form, you can contact Rosalie Zabala at the Bureau of Community Health Services at 735-7304 or 735-7303. With this week's Health Check Report, I'm Jonah Charfris.
Health Check is presented by
Island Cancer Center.
Thanks, Joan. Stay tuned. Up next, we talk about a new documentary based on cancer survivors. We're back after the break.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Love your flat screen all over again with enhanced HD TV programming from GTA. Explore over 100 HD channels with the sharpest picture and sound quality you can only get from Guam's leader in high definition. That's 3 times more channels than Docomo.
Watch live news coverage like never before.
Experience the thrill of the game in the comfort of your own living room. With so many HD networks, movies, cooking shows, comedies, you'll never want to leave your couch. GTA, your island, your HD network.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
It's time for Shop Guam 2015. The Guam Visitors Bureau and more than 100 Shop Guam partners have teamed up to bring back the Shop Guam Festival, going on now until February 15th. This annual interactive shopping experience highlights Guam as a fun, fashionable, and diverse shopping destination while giving our local community access to more than 200 deals and discounts with new only on Guam and event features. Look for the Shop Guam logo at your favorite stores. Download the free Shop Guam mobile app and enjoy incredible discounts on shopping, dining, and entertainment.
The Good Life, all month long on the stations and networks of KUAM. Check the KUAM News app or KUAM.com for all program listings.
Watch Health Check every Tuesday for community health information, advisories, and news you and your family can use for leading a healthier lifestyle. Health Check during KUAM News Extra's Healthy Living. Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
And welcome back to Healthy Living. I'm here with Jared Ivy and Kavita Ray, who are going to tell us about a new project relating to cancer. So can you guys tell us about the new HOPE project?
Sure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
My name is Jared Ivy. I'm the current chairman of the Guam Comprehensive Cancer Control Coalition.
And I'm Kavita Ray, and I'm the vice chairman of the Guam Comprehensive Cancer Control Coalition.
Yeah, so the reason we're here today is to actually share about an exciting project that has been in the works for a couple of years. We actually finished it up last spring, and basically what it is it highlights the stories of survivorship and hope for 7 different individuals who have experienced cancer and the process of receiving treatment and all of the many things that come from it. And the whole idea was kind of birthed from this idea that most people, when they find out about cancer, one of the first things that they kind of lose in that moment is that sense of hope, the sense of future. And so as a part of the coalition, one of our missions, of course, is a cancer-free Guam, but we wanted some kind of a product that would kind of highlight some of those stories of strength and courage and community and all of the different things that get people through one of the most challenging illnesses that we have here on our island.
And, as you know, cancer is one of the leading causes of death here on Guam. And we wanted to make sure that, when people think of cancer, they don't immediately hear it and think of a death sentence, that there is hope, there is treatment, there is something to look forward to. And that's where the idea of quality of life and survivorship comes in, to say, regardless of if you've just been diagnosed, you're dealing with it, or you've lived through it, you still have to maintain that sense of energy and hope and wanting to get better.
Okay, so it's kind of a documentary showing survivorship from cancer.
Yes.
Can you tell me how these 7 different individuals were chosen to be a part of the project?
Sure. True to form here on Guam, it's kind of who you know. And so the coalition actually has several different action committees, and the Survivorship and Quality of Life Committee is just one committee that focuses specifically on issues related to how well people live their lives across the many different things that we have to interact with on a day-to-day basis, but specifically those with cancer. So really it was, I think, word of mouth and referral. It was people who were interested and willing to actually share their story. So as you can imagine, stories about cancer is kind of an intimate experience. So it's not that we had people kind of banging down the doors ready to share something that's so intimate. But fortunately for us, we did get a group of people who are different ages, ethnicities, genders, types of cancer experiences. And so what you find is there are some common threads of experience that definitely show up across the different interviewees, the different people telling their stories. But there were also some things that were very unique in each of them too. Right. I mean, children experience cancer and remember cancer in ways that are very different than someone who maybe is, a retired physician in his 70s, right? So I think that we got a lot of good information that way.
So how is this project funded, or how did it get started?
So it came with, the coalition works with public health, and this was a grant that we received through public health to basically on the survivorship and quality of life action team to do something that we thought would be a benefit for Guam, to see people that we know, that we are familiar with, and hear their stories and their journeys, and just see the courage that they display and experience. I mean, we have a child, like Jared said, who went through cancer, and you see her family, and you just are amazed at just how people can get through anything. And the grant with the help from public health made it possible.
Well, this is definitely something that, a lot of people in our community can relate to, especially as you mentioned, there are such high rates of cancer in Guam. So for people, who are interested in learning more or viewing this documentary, where can they view it?
So we've been able to, with the help of some great people at PBS, had it aired this week and next week on PBS. Additionally, you can see it on YouTube if you look up the Hope Project. If you go to Facebook, the Comprehensive Cancer Coalition has a Facebook page, and there'll be links to it as well. We're also looking at getting copies into medical and clinical offices, and there's a transcript in the works to put it in book form.
Okay, so in the future, there's going to be a book coming out for people to buy?
Yes.
Yeah, it probably won't be for sale. It'll probably be something more that's just available to those in the community who want it, that actually just has those particular stories in writing format.
Okay, so I know with this video, you guys are trying to emphasize hope and survivorship, and especially with the increased rates of cancer in Guam, I mean, or throughout the world, is the survivor rate of cancer, I mean, is that something that has been increasing?
Well, I think what we find is, cancer has been around for a long time, but you're right. I mean, the rates of diagnosis and the rates of mortality, so death related to cancer, are high here on Guam, higher than we'd like them to be. But I think that with modern day technology, we have more and more survivors than we've ever had, right? So across the world and on the island.
Mhm.
And so that's where there's actually a national coalition for cancer survivorship, where we get a lot of our ideas. One of the sister coalitions is ones who actually did a similar kind of a hope project, where we kind of borrowed the idea and adapted it to our own island community and the needs that we have here. So
And part of the coalition as well is, it's not just the survivorship, it's also looking at the data, policy, advocacy. So all of this is part of the coalition. It's all cancer related. So part of it is also education, early detection, making people aware of what are the signs, encouraging them, go to your doctor, get it checked out if you feel funny, anything, because the earlier the diagnosis, the faster you can move forward. And we're finding that, with the public health and some other agencies like Guam Cancer Care that are doing screenings and detections and things like that, we're finding that we're catching that a little bit earlier, where people can reach out, get information, and seek treatment going forward.
All right, well, thank you so much for your work on this project. I know it's been years in the making, and I'm looking forward to seeing it, especially as I have a lot of people who have dealt with cancer in my family as well. So be looking out for that on KUAM as well as PBS. And stay tuned, we'll be back with more healthy living after the break.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Guam has an abundance of locally harvested fruits and vegetables, providing helpful ways to eat and representing our local heritage. Join me, Jonagan Charfris, during KUAM News Weekend Edition for Local Harvest, a special feature showcasing our local farms, recipes, restaurants, and businesses, embracing the movement towards a healthier Guam, support of the Buy Local movement, and a reverence for our cultural heritage.
And welcome back to Healthy Living. I'm here at Ipao Beach, the start and finish line for the upcoming Guam International Marathon. I'm here with GIM Director Ben Ferguson. So can you tell us about the upcoming expo for the race?
Definitely, yeah. So this year, as we've done with each year of the event, we'll have a great expo that kind of kicks the weekend off, if you will. So on Saturday, April 8th, or Friday, April 8th, and Saturday, April 9th, the expo will take place at Pacific Islands Club at the beautiful Pacific Pavilion. And so we invite everyone to come down. If you're a registered runner, you'll come down and pick up your race packet. Even if you're not a registered runner, you want to come down and check it out. There's all sorts of entertainment, activities, cultural activities, a lot of great vendor booths, some good food and beverage. We've got live entertainment on the stage. We've also got returning to the event this year, Naoko Takahashi, Olympic Games gold medalist in the marathon from the 2000 Sydney Olympics, a very sweet and lovely lady who will be doing a running clinic on those days at the pavilion as well. So really just a great opportunity for everybody that's registered for the event and people that aren't even registered for the event to come down and learn more about the event and just have a great day on Friday and Saturday, getting ready for the marathon on Sunday.
All right, that sounds really interesting. I'm actually a runner, so I want to learn more about this running clinic. For those who don't know, can you tell us what is a running clinic and why is it important for runners to know these?
Well, I should say that it will be a miniature running clinic. There's a limited amount of time that Naoko will be on stage, but obviously to be able to get running tips from an Olympic gold medalist is very rare. So what we'll do this year, last year we had Naoko speak. This year we'll have Naoko speak, and we'll also entertain some questions from the audience. We'll have a translator on hand so that people wanting to ask questions in English, and those can be translated into Japanese, which is Naoko's native tongue. And she'll be able to give you some fantastic tips. She, is a world-class runner, obviously, but she really relates to the average runner, and that's one of the things why we value her so much and why she's such a great ambassador for the event, is that she really relates to runners of all levels. So you'll be able to get some great tips from her by listening to what she has to offer.
All right, sounds good. I'm looking forward to the expo. And I also understand that aside from that, you have some big things planned for the starting line.
We do indeed. This year, we always try and do something a little different at the start line. So this year, we've got a new feature. I'm not going to give it away. So you've got to register for the event. You've got to come down and check it out. But we've got a new feature with this year's event. So we're very excited about that. In addition to our new feature, we'll have the great entertainment that we always have. We've got a DJ that'll be on hand to get all the runners pumped up. We'll have a light show. We've, of course, got the Pacific Fantasies Island Show dancers. They'll be doing a fire knife show, which is also a big hit. But a lot of fun and a lot of energy that happens at the start. And, of course, we kick off very early in the morning. So we start the marathon at 3 a.m. So the marathon starts at 3. The half marathon starts at 4, the 10K starts at 5, and then the 5K starts at 6 a.m. So really for a 4-hour block of time, you've got a tremendous amount of energy going on down there, and a lot of people, and just it's a fun place to be at that time of the day.
All right, and they kind of spread these things out so that while people are getting ready to run, other people are coming in all throughout the day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so what's great about that is that the marathon starting at 3 a.m., the winning marathon runners will come and finish when the 5K runners are lining up. So it's really cool. All of the 5K runners can cheer on that winning marathon runner, which is really a cool thing.
Okay, and I understand there's also some big plans for the finish line. We're actually here at Epau Beach where this is where the race begins and ends.
We are in close proximity to the finish line. So the finish line is up a little bit in the, probably halfway between here and GVB. So we'll finish there. And then once you're done, finished with your day's hard work, whether it was the marathon or the 10K, the 5K, we provide you with a really cool finisher's medal. Always going to give you that. But we've got some new things that we want to do this year as well. We've got a really cool finisher's towel that we'll be giving out. We've, of course, got a beach mat. You can see we're standing here on this beautiful beach. So we've got a beach mat that we'll give out to all of the finishers as well. And then once you're done with the race, what we are trying to encourage everyone to do is to come down. We're going to create a new tradition this year with the event. We'd like for everyone that finishes the event this year to come down. We're gonna put a red carpet from the parking lot into the water. And when you finish the event, we want everyone to take off their shoes and then walk down the red carpet, put their feet in the water, and that will be the conclusion of your run. So when you've put your feet in the water, that will be, you'll know that you're done at that point. And we'll have some photographers here and some fun stuff that'll really make that kind of a cool experience for the runners.
Okay, so it's kind of like you come down, that red carpet leading all the way down, then
Sure.
you put your water, and then is there a photo booth or something?
Yeah, there's going to be a photo booth down here. And if you look at this, what we've got right here, when you see this as a backdrop and you see this beautiful ocean, the ability to do that is second to none. I've done some events around the region. I've never been able to do an event where you finish and then you can go and put your feet in this beautiful sand and in the beautiful ocean like that. So we think that we've got something very special here, and we really want to capitalize on this beautiful asset that we call home. And so what better way to do that than to have our runners take off their shoes and put their feet in the water, and that'll be our tradition. So we're hoping that this is something that takes on, and then from now on, everybody that finishes our event they'll stand in the water.
All right, well, I actually think that's a great idea because I've actually ran GIM last year. And, even though sometimes you finish, you're just too tired to even go to the beach, but it really makes a big difference when you come down here.
We'll get a very nice photo for you. But this year's event, so we're labeling the finish party this year as a beach party. So the beach will be the focal point of the party this year. Everything will be centered this way. We'll have our stage centered this way so that it's in close proximity to the beach. We'll have beach toys out here. Of course, PIC has a tremendous SEA department with lots of fun club mates. We'll have club mates down here doing games. So I think in all, it'll be a real fun way to finish the day.
All right, thanks so much. But any final comments?
We just invite everybody to come down. If you haven't registered, we've got a cutoff coming at the end of this month. So on January 31, we've got a registration cutoff date. So please register before then if you want to take advantage of a discounted grace fee. If not, don't worry. You've got until April, I believe it's April 5th to register. One last thing. We launched a new website this year, so take a look. We've got a new website up and running. You can register online and get all the information you need to know at GuamInternationalMarathon.com.
All right, well, thank you so much, Ben. Stay tuned. We'll be back to wrap up the show after the break.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
Dancing. It's a form of art, vibrant, moving, evolving. With every move, every step, every rhythm, behind every dance is a story of who I am, who we were, and who we are as a community, as Pacific Islanders at the 2016 Festival of the Pacific Arts.
I will share my story.
When you come to Chuck E. Cheese's, you can see what's new.
New fun! New games! New cousins!
What's new?
New awesomeness!
Where a kid can't be a kid.
New year, new rides. Cars Plus New Year's sales event. For a limited time only, make no payments for 90 days. That's right, no payment for 90 days. The spacious award-winning Hyundai Santa Fe save $4,000. The redesigned Hyundai Tucson save $4,000. The luxurious Genesis by Hyundai save $7,500. Now's the time to buy from Cars Plus during our New Year sales event. And if we mention no payment for 90 days, get to Cars Plus and Mighty today before your favorite Hyundai is sold. Pre-apply at CarsPlusGuam.com. Cars Plus, driven by you.
There are so many ways to stay connected and interact with the stations of KUAM online or via your mobile device. Like our pages on Facebook for news, promotions, and other exclusive features. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram for up-to-the-minute tweets, pics, and videos. Get social with the stations of KUAM to stay connected to our island home.
Talk about Guam. We want to hear from you. See your pics of our beautiful island and people, and get your thoughts about what's going on in our community. Tag your comments, photos, and tweets with Talk About Guam from any of your social media accounts, and we may feature them on KUAM News. Guam has an abundance of locally harvested fruits and vegetables, providing helpful ways to eat and representing our local heritage. Join me, Jonagan Charfris, during KUAM News Weekend Edition for Local Harvest, a special feature showcasing our local farms, recipes, restaurants, and businesses, embracing the movement towards a healthier Guam, support of the Buy Local movement, and a reverence for our cultural heritage. The Department of Public Health and Social Services, in collaboration with the Guam Dental Society, is sponsoring a poster contest to promote good oral health as part of their month-long celebration of National Children's Dental Health Month in February. The contest is open to all students enrolled in kindergarten to the 5th grade. Attitudes and habits established at an early age are critical in maintaining good oral health throughout life. By participating in the poster contest, children will hopefully realize the importance of good oral health in the prevention of tooth decay by brushing, flossing, and eating healthy snacks and visiting the dentist. This year's slogan is Sugar Wars. There'll be 2 categories, one for kindergarten to 2nd grade and 2 3rd to 5th grade. Prizes will be awarded, including a new iPad for the first place winner in each category. Winners will be recognized at the dental health fair that is slated for Sunday, February 28th at the Micronesia Mall Center Court from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Poster contest entries are due by 5 p.m. on Friday, February 12th at the Department of Public Health and Social Services Dental Clinic in Manilao. For more information, you can contact Dr. Suzanne Kaneshiro at 735-7364 or visit the department website at dphss.guam.gov.
Well, that's it for tonight's show. Don't forget, if there's a health-related topic you'd like to see us cover, email me at healthyliving@kuam.com. We'll see you next week, and stay healthy, Guam.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT